ready to help you make the transition towards the road. In as little as 4 weeks, you can have the skills it takes for a new career. Classes begin on the first Monday of every month, so give us a call at 541-248-3461 or look us up on the web at nwtruckingacademy.com. And make sure you let them know that you heard it right here on Northwest Dirt News.
At Tommy's Transmission, professional, reliable service is more than just our tagline. It's our way of life. We're your one-stop shop. At Tommy's, we take care of you just like family because we live here, right here in your neighborhood. Fixing cars is what we do, but keeping you on the road and keeping your family safe is what we're about. No matter what you drive, at Tommy's Transmission, we'll provide the security your family needs. At Tommy's Transmissions, where professional, reliable service is guaranteed. Remember, at Tommy's Transmission, home of the good guys, off of Baseline in Hillsboro, 503-746-7891. And make sure you let them know that you heard it right here on Northwest Dirt News.
The coolest station online.
Yeah, that's us.
Cause we play
this.
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7, 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station.
Welcome back to the three hottest guys in radio. Well, they think so. Corey, Josh, and Joel, right here on Northwest Dirt News.
Oh, what just happened?
That was me.
Oh, man. All right. Well, that's right. You know, we are the three hottest guys on radio.
Well, because there's the AC's turned off back here, and man, next thing I know, I'm in.
We're prepping for Vegas back here, even though I'm not going.
But you got to give him credit for participating.
No,
you know,
I'm not giving him any. The reason why I say no is I was only half hour late. I had a good reason why. And when I walk in the studio, usually my area, I have OCD.
This is why
I see Charlie Brown over here.
You know what?
With my headset.
All right.
Germs and all.
Yep.
I'm having an issue.
I gotta give you props. You've done a fine job of maintaining.
I had to walk out earlier,
but it's okay. It's okay. I would have walked out too. We got a little rough on you. That was my fault. I'll be the first to apologize. But you handled it well.
Hey, anger management's working for me.
See,
I walked away.
I know. I've been there. I've done it.
Now,
one of the best things that's ever happened to me was anger management. A blessing in disguise.
That was a great movie.
No, I'm talking about the real thing.
Oh, my bad.
I've really done it.
Anyways,
speaking of which, I think I figured out who the voice is.
Who?
Isn't that Schofield's daughter?
Nope, definitely not Alyssa.
It's not Alyssa?
Nope.
It sounds like Alyssa.
No, because she's not tall enough to break in here.
She's not.
She's
only knee high to a short duck.
Yeah, or a knee high to a grasshopper.
Yeah. And I think that if it was and she broke in here and did that and we told Jim, I don't know if we'd ever see that kid again.
That's true. Jim's not somebody you want to cross.
No, he'll hook you up.
So you just basically put it out there that you think that his daughter. So now he's going to go back and
if that poor girl ends up missing, it's your fault.
Mm-hmm.
Jim, if you're listening, breathe. Anger management.
You're going to be on 2020. Asian in trouble.
I was on 2020 when I was in high school.
Were you really?
Well, it was a different type of 2020.
Because he was so Mad Dog 2020. He doesn't remember his junior year.
Yeah, exactly right.
He doesn't.
So let's get into let's get into this Vegas deal a little bit more. I want to kind of talk about.
We have talked about Vegas. I want to talk about something new.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right.
What do you want to talk about, Corey?
Well,
listen, I don't have no notes. I'm just going off the whim on this side of the studio.
Let's just take this segment here and let's just shoot from the hip. Let's talk about, some of the information, some things we've learned. I had an interesting conversation with our friend Jeremy Brown. He hits me up through Facebook and says, hey, listen, when are you going to have your cars done, your carts? When are you guys coming to race? I said,
when I told him that motor that's sitting on a shelf needs to be on that cart.
Right. Mm-hmm. So I was disappointed to find out they only had 9 cars turn out for the first night for the KTs. KT carts.
Well, the reason why is my understanding it costs $75 for that non-points race. Now, I could be mistaken, but my understanding is I believe it cost them $75 for entry fee. I don't know why.
For what race? What was this?
I don't know, but
The non-points race was $75 entry.
I believe so. I could be mistaken.
No, that can't be right.
No way.
If somebody knows, let us know. But I know a lot of people from up north aren't coming down for a non-points race. It's just, if they're going to do practice, they're going to come down on a Friday, and then they're going to have the points race and stuff from there. I did though. Listen to this. So in the works is we might be announcing a new race coming up real soon, and it's nothing that we've done before. Okay,
As a team.
Right. Moxie Media will be there.
Right.
Okay, I'm setting up the details and stuff now. So I go to the Northwest Extreme Dwarf car, kind of like little guru before the banquet on Saturday.
Right.
And talking to Hicks, and I was talking to Guy Tal Jr. and Senior, and Brian Hicks. And Brian Hicks is kind of like their president, kind of runs that that Northwest group.
Right,
so is Guy Tal Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So Junior comes up to me and he says, "Hey," he says, we had the opportunity a couple years ago, and I got a friend of a friend that really wanted us to do this." And Bob, he's kind of hinting around. I'm like, "Do what?" He says, "Oh, I guess I should get to the point. Is that when the monster trucks come to the Rose Quarter, they wanted to have a filler.
Mm-hmm.
The only filler that they had was like motorcycles or tough trucks or something. Last year, I went to that thing last year, okay? And the tough trucks, they had like 3 of them, and it was garbage.
I
it was
can't
just
stand,
dumb.
I can't stand the monster trucks.
Well, the monster trucks aren't bad, but the filler is going to be 10 dwarf cars, and they're working on it. It's 99% that they're going to do it as a filler for the monster trucks.
That's cool.
Moxie Media will be there to sit there in live broadcast in the Rose Quarter, in the booth, for the dwarf car, like little kind of Excalibur race.
Okay, stop right there. Joel
can't go.
Listen.
Okay, hang on.
Now, there's kind of a rule around here, okay? When somebody's going to get surprised with information on the air, it's usually you two that are surprised, and I'm the one doing it.
Yeah.
Okay? That's kind of the
How does it feel
rule.
now? How does it feel now? And I didn't even tell Joel either.
Because I know we're looking at each other trying to figure out what the hell you're trying to get at. Cool. I'm in. Let's roll. Let's light them up.
Hang on. What's the date so I can get off from work?
I ain't telling you yet. It's going to be a surprise. While I eat my taco.
I thought you were
How
going.
is that?
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
When he started talking about this deal, I thought he was going somewhere totally else.
I did
something
too.
that I already knew about, but we haven't broke yet. We won't break for a little while until everything.
We got a couple days before we break that one.
Right, but that was something that's where I thought you were going.
No.
So anyway, and let me ask you a question. You recently had the Sunset Speedway banquet.
Yes, we
and
did.
I saw that. I mean, the turnout 200 plus people.
74.
Okay.
It was an auto fill in. We dubbed people. No, we had over 200 people there.
That's what I heard. I heard it turned out really well.
And everybody stayed to the very end.
Everybody stayed.
It was awesome. Nikki put on an outstanding banquet.
Well, for those that are watching, that kind of watch the build up to that thing on Facebook, and Nikki, she does a good job marketing and promoting. Did you see the trophies? Did you see how many trophies they gave away at that show? How many awards did you present, Josh?
Oh, gee, 5, 10, 15, 12, well over 150.
150 awards.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had, I personally, all awards and stuff together. I believe there was 200 and something. I know, I was kind of surprised. Nikki was doing all of the track people, right? She went up there. Wayne Van Raden. We had the ODSS and the Northwest Non-Wing Sprint Car Series there. Van Raden actually hosted that prior to our awards and talked about all the sprint car guys and everything. That was awesome. Those guys put on an awesome show when they came up to Willamette Sunset Speedway this year. Then we came up and we gave a bunch of door prizes and stuff away and everything else. And so Nikki gets up there and she starts doing the staff awards. She's doing staff awards and staff awards and staff awards. And then at the very end, Tricia looks over and she goes, "It's going to be okay. I'm like, I'm all right. You know, I mean, it is what it is, whatever like that. She goes, and last but not least, this award goes to, how should I say it, the most animated, or first she says for my first time, for my announcer or whatever, Josh, blah blah. So I come up there and she hands me the plaque and I'm looking at it. Or actually, Lori hands me the plaque. I'm looking at it and she goes, "Why don't you tell everybody what it says?" And at the very bottom of it says the most animated announcer. And I'm like, I looked to the crowd and I'm like, what? I don't talk that much. I'm not like that, really. Everybody just, it was cool because it was such a warm welcoming. When I got there, again, I was so busy, and so many people are trying to come up to me. And if I was rude to anybody, I'm so sorry.
Well, that's a hard thing.
It wasn't my intent. I just wanted, I needed to get with Nikki, try to figure out the last minute plans.
When you're hosting a deal like that, there's a lot that goes into it. People don't see a lot of stuff, and you're constantly giving information as the show's going on.
That's right.
So, and it really, it's not an easy thing to do, especially a show that big. I've done that show, and it is huge. It's very fun. Great group of guys up there.
Great
deal. Families, you get to meet just a lot of good people in racing and catch up with a lot of people. It's great. I'm glad you get to do it. I heard it went really well. Proud of you. Saw your award. Thought it was awesome. I thought, right on. Good for him.
I was very touched. It meant a lot.
Sure.
We work our butt off. I try to bring in my lifestyle into what I do each and every day. And that's basically, no offense to anybody, but that's pretty much retardation.
but what you just said, what you just said makes sense. And anybody that knows you knows that what you try to bring your lifestyle into what you do. And you do a great job of that, because if you watch Josh's videos on Facebook, or you listen to him, or you watch him when he's with his son, Josh is high energy. Josh is a lot of fun, and he's kind of like that teenager in us that's always just, wanting to come out, but we kind of we hold ourselves back. Not Josh, but dude, you do a great job. I saw your award. I'm proud of you, and I keep telling you, you're getting better, and just keep improving.
One of these days I might come up to the master and figure out what you do.
There is no master. There, you know what? All I do is say what I see. That's it. That's the whole trick to this whole thing of announcing. You be prepared, have your notes, know what you're talking about, say what you see.
I think we've got to that. I think we've done pretty good. We've came a long way.
It's been a good year. It really has been a fun year.
It's been a crazy
It has
year.
been.
Because you think about it, is that we started out with some people. Those people went off to other adventures.
Right.
And we're like, we're looking at each other going, okay, how do we do this? What are we going to do? We started off, this show, just you and I.
Right.
All of a sudden, I can't make it down one day. We get this guy, Joel Widescreen. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm so impressed by everything that Joel does and brings to the show that it actually kind of irritates the hell out of me that you're not going with us, because
I hear
just
you.
for the simple fact is you do so much for the show. Not only admin, one of the admins and stuff on Moxie, but just the side work, everything that you do, while you're here.
Well, this is why I want to get this show to the next level and it's something you've been very good about working on, live streaming. I want people to be able to tune in and watch it, because if you've ever watched, how many sports fans we have out there? I'm a huge sports fan. If you know me, you know that. I watch ESPN. I listen to Jim Rome. I listen to Dan Patrick. I watch the Dan Patrick show on TV. Now, if you're not into sports, that is probably one of the most boring things you could ever watch. A bunch of guys sitting around talking about sports. Almost like 3 guys sitting around talking about racing. If you're not into racing, you're going to turn the channel. I watch the Dan Patrick show because it's not just a guy talking about sports. He's got his crew, much like they're called the Danettes. It's Dan Patrick and the Danettes. Okay, his Danettes are 3 guys.
I don't want to be an Annette.
No.
I want to be a dude.
Absolutely not.
So I don't want to be. For the record, I don't think Josh and I want to be Karina's. Sorry.
Absolutely not. I would not insult you that way. Okay.
Thank you, because I look way better than a Karina.
I wouldn't go that far, but
we put a wig on you and a dress,
one
you'd
guy,
be pretty as hell.
You've got the
Stop
host.
it.
You've got the host talking about sports, and you got his crew. Okay, now his crew on that show is Widescreen. He's the guy. And I wish you guys could see this. He's on the computer. He's researching stuff. He's giving us information. He's bringing.
He's usually the guy in Dan Pat. If you ever seen that show, he's in the back and his back's towards you.
Fritzy.
And he basically turns around, and goes dabba and goes back.
And he's sending stuff to us. There's notes coming across the table. I love having you here. I love having you here. You bring a whole new element to